Sometimes an A-lister actor who you're casted opposite will say yes first and then eventually say no, I want somebody known later, and also all of those things have happened and I've been told what the reasons are. And sometimes a platform suddenly gone with um, like a family which has had this background, because you obviously have lived a life beyond that and you worked hard in your life to make a name for yourself, so being referred to or being associated with anybody in that sense is not very pleasing. It was just a random picture on the road and I was looking up captions on Google and I was like, I didn't really like, the mood was funny that day, so I was like, I didn't like anything on Google that I saw. And then this came to my head. I was like, okay, let me only think and make something. And then I saw a road behind me and then depth, and so I just joined these 2-3 words and then this really funny thing came to my mind. And then I thought about it 1 second and I was like, but should I post it? Will people take it wrong? And then I was like, I told to myself, I said, लोगों के लिए जी रही हूँ कि मैं अपने लिए जी रही हूँ. Couple of my friends also said, क्या ज़रूरत थी and this that. I was like, guys, come on. In my life, I'm not going to take one caption so seriously, yaar.
From being broken and beautiful to playing a top cop. Today I have Harleen Sethi joining me for a conversation only on Bollywood Bubble. Hello, madam.
Hello, how are you?
Itne saal. I think this is our first video interview, is it?
First
video interview?
After Broken, no?
No, but I think
Broken. No, I think Broken, you were just a...
Yeah, I was just there.
Yeah, you were just a fan and you just loved it. And we had those conversations, but it was never an interview.
Yeah, but
so maybe this is the first one.
But coming to Gone Game, it's a story of deceit, story of manipulations, and it's a mystery. Have you ever faced deceit in life, like regular life? Has anybody ever, cheated you of money, X, Y, Z?
I think, to be honest, it might be a slightly more deep answer, but I think the first and foremost deceit that happens is what we do to ourselves. And that happens when we are not authentic to ourselves. There is a voice inside us that's always telling us what is right, what is wrong.
Yeah.
Right? But sometimes we just flow with the emotions and we don't realize it. Right? So we are deceiving ourselves, So that is something that I've realized of late, that there is no point in like putting fingers and blaming other people. There is just no point. The point is you have to look here and you have to be like, okay, did I know this already? Did my gut tell me? Right?
Yeah.
And then you maneuver or you take the right decision at the right time.
Harleen, you're a very sensitive person. Have you ever been manipulated at the workplace or anything? Like, a lot of times what happens with people who are kind is that they get manipulated very easily and then they realize
I think I have been, and I'm always taken for a ride, which is why I'm telling you that it's important, because your gut is telling you something about somebody or like a particular project or a particular person.
Yeah.
But I think I do get, because I think I'm an empath, or...
Yeah, you are.
I'm slightly more kinder to other people, or I get this from my mom, that I always put other people first, or I put their emotions first. At least I try to. So in that, obviously, people do take you for a ride. You are manipulated. You're seen off as somebody who's available just because you're being there for somebody.
Yeah.
So ये सब manipulation ही तो है.
But I remember that you knew after the reviews and of Broken was out for the first season and the second season as well. I knew that you were expecting a certain kind of work to come your way, and they were coming in the beginning, and then suddenly it fizzled out. So did it ever bother you, and how did you react to that? How did you take it in the beginning?
It bothered me. I think at that time when first Broken came out and stuff, I was also a bit too choosy, and I didn't really know what kind of an actor I wanted to be. What is it that I wanted to do? But when you're also very new to it, आपको एक ही image होती है आपके दिमाग में, heroine or a hero, right?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. OTT changed that. But at that time, obviously, I was being slightly more choosy. I didn't take up a lot of things which I thought, no, something better will come, better than this. And then the next 2 years, COVID happened.
Yeah.
So वो 2 साल तो सब घर पे बैठे थे. And then after COVID, I think for the last 6 months, like I was telling you, I've only been traveling, and in these last 2 years, I also realized what kind of an actor I wanted to be. Like I'm telling you, right? I want to do projects where I'm not even recognized. Acting has to be, that's my goal.
Were you ever told that this is the reason for
Yeah,
which you didn't agree with?
Which I didn't agree with. You don't have to agree. आपको फिल्म नहीं मिल रही है, आप कैसे agree करोगे?
But
right?
बोला गया क्यों नहीं मिल रही है?
कई बार, like I said, कई बार बोला जाता है, कई बार नहीं बोला जाता. Sometimes an A-lister actor who you're casted opposite will say yes first and then eventually say no, I want somebody known later, and also all of those things have happened, and I've been told what the reasons are, and sometimes the platform suddenly gone with like a family which has had this background, and all of these things are also very, very recent. Another thing that happened very recently was I was almost locked for a part with a very, very big production house, and then again an A-lister suddenly came out of nowhere. She never auditioned for it, nothing, and obviously just because she said yes, she got the part without auditioning, and I literally went through 3 rounds of auditions and with the director in the production house, and that's like, oh, so a lot of these things happen, but you understand. I mean, I've just started understanding. In the beginning, obviously बुरा लगता है जब आपको नहीं पता होता कि how these things work.
But at the same time, labels are something that are attached to any human being today in society, especially with actors, and more so with actresses. You have been very open about your relationships, and do you feel that sometimes, even today, after years of coming out and accepting whatever has happened with you, between you guys, being referred to as somebody's ex, does that bother you? Do you feel like picking up the phone sometime and telling people that why this, like in headlines and in things like that?
Again, I've started to just understand that there are so many media houses, and even they need to sell.
Yeah.
So how would they, right? If there's everybody working hard, they're writing these big articles, even if it's completely about me, but they need a headline which will attract people so that their work is also appreciated, and it gets acknowledged. So I've just started understanding. Of course, you feel bad if you're referred to as anything but your name. But what do you do now?
But did it ever bother you in the beginning also when
Of
it used to
course,
happen?
and I spoke about it also. Of course, that bothers you. Because you obviously have lived a life beyond that, and you worked hard in your life to make a name for yourself. So being referred to or being associated with anybody in that sense is not very pleasing.
It is not. And at the same time, do you sometimes feel that when you post something, recently you had posted something, right? And it was blown out of proportion. And I'm pretty sure you've read everything that came. There was a point of time. So somebody who showed me the story, and then the same person from the media fraternity, I don't want to name, told me that I think she's now deleted the caption. And I was going to call you and say, like, did you just delete? And then I went and saw that no, you haven't. But these are things that are constantly chatter. Like, there's constant chatter about all this. Does it bother you? Because I don't know what mind frame you were in when you wrote that
So
post.
I was in Kathmandu. I was shooting for something, and I had an off day that day, and it was just a random picture on the road, and I was looking up captions on Google, and I was like, I didn't really like, the mood was funny that day. So I was like, I didn't like anything on Google that I saw. And then this came to my head. I was like, okay, let me only think and make something. And then I saw road behind me, and then depth. And so I just joined these 2-3 words, and then this really funny thing came to my mind. And then I thought about it 1 second, and I was like, but should I post it? Will people take it wrong? And then I was like, I told to myself, I said, लोगों के लिए जी रही हूँ कि मैं अपने लिए जी रही हूँ. I mean, I don't want to lose the sense of humor that I have, or just like don't take life so, I don't want to take life so seriously. What's happened, it's in the past. I've let it go, you guys let it go, man. I don't care, but like, obviously I understand people need gossip, people want to talk about something. Social media is obviously a platform where, people are wasting so much time on, we are wasting so much time on. So I was like, and then couple of my friends also said, kya zarurat thi, and this, that. I was like, guys, come on, in my life, I'm not going to take one caption so seriously, yaar. One caption. You can't take, life is only about this or what?
Yeah.
Life is beyond, there is so much in life. So I was just like, I don't want to take life so seriously, and that's why I posted. I thought about it also, to be honest. But I was like कि अब और मतलब किसी को तो मिली होंगी ना वो सब चीजों के बाद भी, उसके बारे में भी तो हो सकता है.
True.
So क्या
It could be
इतनी
anybody.
life seriously ले रहे हो? And then the funny thing was I put the PS also down. That PS was also funny, right? So why don't you see the funny part and just laugh with me instead
That
of
is why
laugh?
they were like doing 2 and 2 the math.
Yeah, and why will I delete it? In that moment, I felt like doing that. So in another moment, I don't want to inauthenticate what
Yeah.
I felt in that moment. Deep?
No, I understood. I understood what you're saying. But at the same time, I want to ask you that has your opinion on love changed? Because experiences can make you a different person, sometimes cynical also towards love, especially when a relationship that you
You're
put.
asking me all deep questions.
But
Huh?
it is something that I wanted to ask you.
Yes, my opinion on love has changed, and but I think it also changes with experiences, with wisdom, with life, because at every age love means different things. As
Yeah.
teenagers it meant something different, in your 20s it means something different, in your 30s it means something different, of course at 40, 60, whatever. So yes, of course it means different things to me right now. Do you want me to define?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, how has it changed?
I think for me, love is a choice. Love is choosing somebody every day with their goods and their bads.
True. It is
And
true.
that is what it is. Everything else, whether it's the attraction, whether it's the lust, whether it's anything else, will fade off. You can have the prettiest diamond in the world, but you'll still get bored of that diamond one day.
Yeah.
Then what are you going to do? And when you get bored of it, you'll start seeing the flaws in that diamond also.
True.
So then love is really a choice of still loving that diamond every single day and saying to that diamond, no, you are the most beautiful thing in the world.
That's a very nice way of putting it, actually. No, but it's a nice way. But it is something which is utopian in a world that we live in, which is
Yeah.
very like Tinder friendly kind of a world, honestly speaking, like
Which is why I'm saying that for me, this is the definition of love in this generation. But also, if you look at our parents, like our mom
Yeah.
and dad and all, whether they get along, whether they don't get along,
They're
there are good
together.
and bad days,
Yeah,
everybody, right? But they're
absolutely.
together.
Yeah.
So love is a choice. And that choice has to be made every day.
But finally, have you found a defense mechanism to heartbreak? And heartbreak doesn't have to be only romantic. Heartbreak can be of any kind, like not getting a film that you really are aspiring to get or you've been locked for. Or, of course, a broken relationship or anything in life that can give you heartbreak.
I think a defense, I've been reading, of course, these days online, you can also, Insta is not only for bullshit, Insta
Yeah.
also has a lot of great stuff. So one thing that I've been reading is that um, if you go behind a purpose in life, then that purpose can be your defense mechanism. At least I'm talking for myself.
So, what's the purpose in your life at this point?
I think in my life, my purpose has always been love.
To work.
No, love. And it can be love for people, it can be love for work. It's just the give and take of love. I just feel like I have so much love in me that I just feel like giving and I feel like receiving a lot of it also.
So, are you in love?
Am I in love? Absolutely.
Oh, now there's
With-
gonna be a separate conversation. कि ये कौन
I'm in
है?
love with Gone Game 2. I'm in love with Sharmila Gupta. I'm in love with you. I'm in love with life. I'm in love with the phase that I'm in. I'm in love with the age I'm at, all the experiences it's got me, all the wisdom it's got me.
Absolutely.
And I'm in love with my family and friends who've been such great support systems. I know it's a
Absolutely.
boring answer for you, but that's
No. It's not a boring answer. I somehow knew you are going to say this because you, like I said, you're a lot like Samira, and I am a lot like Samira as well. So that makes both of us very similar to each other in our
Yeah.
thought processes. But I always would want you to prosper, flourish, and get more projects because I know that you have that in you to prove it to people. That you can do really, really well in life as a performer, as an artist, and I hope and pray that you do.
Thank you so much for all your love always and your kind words always and your support always. Thank you so much. Hi, this is Harleen Sethi. You're watching me on Bollywood Bubble with Nayan. And please go watch Gone Game Season 2 on 7 July only on Wood Select.